Welcome. We're so excited to have you here at our lower school parent orientation. My name is Wendy Titus, and it is a privilege to serve as the lower school principal here at North Cobb Christian School. You have joined an extraordinary learning community where our teachers, our staff, and our students and our families are all actively engaged in making excellence happen every day. Let's open with a word of prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, Lord, we just thank you for this day and the opportunity that we have to partner together to teach and to train these special children. I pray that you will guide our words and everything that you say. I pray that you will just bless each classroom. We know that you have a great plan in store for us this year, and I pray that you will just continue to bless these families, bless these students, and help this to be a year that is full of learning and memories. In Jesus' name, amen. Our theme verse for the 2019-20 school year is 1 Peter 1:13. Therefore, prepare your minds for action, be self-controlled, set your hope fully on the grace to be given you when Jesus Christ is revealed. As I reflect on this verse, there are three ideas that come to mind. First is to prepare our minds through the truth of God's Word, and that is what we want to do for your kids this year. Second is to learn to be self-controlled. This is also a character quality that we desire to instill in our little ones. And third is to set our hope in Jesus. We look forward to exploring and applying the truths of this verse throughout the school year. Our learning community of students, faculty, staff, and parents fully embrace our common purpose. Together, we work to cultivate hearts, challenge minds, and impact culture. We want to leave a footprint on your child's heart that impacts them spiritually, academically, emotionally, and developmentally. Our goal is for our students, to feel loved, connected, and supported as they develop to be a lifelong learner. My husband Scott and I value Christian education, especially the Christian education that our three children received. Our three kids graduated from North Cobb Christian School, and they've been well prepared in their lives. It's exciting to watch them grow and to follow God's path for their lives all over the United States, actually. There are so many exciting new things happening in lower school. I can't wait to share them all with you. This past spring, we successfully completed our reaccreditation with ACSI, that's the Association of Christian Schools International. As a part of this process, we completed an intensive curriculum review, going grade by grade, subject by subject, to determine and identify developmentally appropriate, overarching standards to teach. However, we're not done. This continues to be a collaborative process with intentional take one time being dedicated to the review. These standards are defined by a biblical worldview in mind, and we continue to reflect on the skills that our students need as they are 21st century learners. We recognize that the curriculum is not just following lessons in a textbook, but it encompasses so much more. Interactive learning, books, computers, and many other resources and supplement the standards that we have identified. We want our curriculum to expand thinking while being interactive. Students do not just sit in their seats. Our teaching and learning has a hands-on approach, creating a lot of movement and collaboration. This year, we are incorporating a STEAM focus. STEAM represents science, technology, engineering, the arts, and math. STEAM investigates scientific concepts, but does this through inquiry and problem-based learning methods used in the creative process. Some characteristics of STEAM lessons include focusing on real-world issues and problems. We're going to address those social, economic, and environmental problems and look for solutions for those. It's guided by the engineering design process, also known as EDP. This provides a flexible process and takes students from identifying a problem or design challenge to creating and developing a solution. It also means we're going to immerse our students in hands-on inquiry and open-ended exploration. The path to learning is open-ended within constraints such as materials and times. Work is very hands-on, collaborative, and the solutions are always generated by the students. STEAM also includes involving our students collaboratively, working towards creating a visually appealing product that communicates a solution to a real-world problem. Collaboration is a key life skill. We're also going to apply rigorous math and science content to student learning. Math and science should be purposefully connected and integrated into the lesson to show that they're not just isolated subjects, but they work together to creatively solve problems. We're also going to allow for multiple right answers and reframe failure as a necessary part of learning. The STEAM environment offers rich possibilities for creative solutions. When designing and testing prototypes, teams may flounder and fail to solve the problem, but that's okay. They're expected to learn from what went wrong and to learn to try again. Failure is considered a positive step in the way to discovering and designing solutions. We're going to encourage the students to reflect on their learning. We want them to understand the purpose for all that they are doing. So we plan to kick off our STEAM initiative for K-3 to 4th grade with a STEAM Day that focuses on the well-loved story, The Three Little Pigs. We will continue throughout the year with STEAM hours that will take place in the classroom. Now you may be thinking that sounds really fun and exciting, and you might even want to be a part. And guess what? You can be. We need you to join our STEAM team of parents. I'd love to see each classroom have several STEAM parents walk alongside our students as they explore, create, and collaborate. An email will go out tomorrow with a link that you can sign up to be a part of our STEAM team. We continue to have a strong emphasis on reading in lower school. Our younger grades focus on reading readiness skills as they learn to read, and our 2nd through 4th grade are applying these skills as they are reading to learn. We continue to implement everyday math with the goal being to expand and build our students' mathematical proficiency and understanding. We want to create powerful mathematical thinkers. Our preschool is a place where children can learn, grow, and foster their sense of curiosity. We want your child to experience the joy of learning while following the footsteps of Jesus, and in the process, learn to become a lifelong learner. We'll continue with a hands-on approach to learning that intentionally focuses on fine and gross motor skills, as well as academic content like math, science, art, and practical life. The reading baskets in preschool emphasize a strong phonemic awareness and a basic readiness skills. I'm excited about our chapel theme this year. We are going to be going on the amazing mission, a heart for God, a vision for the world. We're going to travel around the world without even needing a suitcase. Teaching your children about other cultures is important. It's an important part of instilling respect for diversity and tolerance for people who are different from themselves. We plan to study the lives of past and present missionaries, and we want our students to see the way that God is at work around the world. This will help them to effectively engage in praying, giving, and going in missions, because you have to first learn about the needs and the ways you can help. We plan to join God's mission by being His feet, His hands, and His voice to make a difference in our community and around the world. We will continue to focus on different character qualities. Our goal is to develop students with strong character who love and serve God and others. We want to engage our students' hearts before their minds. We'll continue with our one-to-one technology, our Chromebooks in 1st through 4th grade, our classroom teachers, as well as our technology STEAM lab teacher, Mrs. Coleman, will continue to look for ways to incorporate and strengthen and enhance learning. Technology is the future for our kids, and we want to prepare them for it. We want our students to be well-rounded, and we'll continue to support them through our counseling program. Carol Ribeiro excels at implementing a Christ-centered, comprehensive developmental counseling program that addresses academic support, personal and social skills, and the exploration of natural gifts and career interests. Mrs. Rivera will provide classroom counseling, individual counseling, and small group counseling. She continues to be a tremendous asset to our lower school. Our after-school care program, Flipside, continues to be a place where the fun does not stop when the school day ends. Flipside engages your child, combining after-school care with the fun that they crave. Not only will they engage in fun activities, but they will spend some time doing homework as well as special themed activities. Flipside Director, Mr. Patrick McDonald, is excited to announce that we have several new sidekicks. Our sidekicks enrichment activities expand learning so we can provide opportunities to explore and discover students' interests and passions in a safe, structured, and engaging environment. We have over 50 sidekicks planned for this year. They're being led by our amazing teachers and our Flipside staff. Students K-3 to 4th grade will have the opportunity to be involved in art, music, dance, sports, STEAM, and other things that focus on everyday skills. Students can participate in sidekicks separately or in addition to attending our Flipside after-school care program. Our sidekicks calendar is planned for the entire 2019-20 school year and is going to be shared with you very soon. So please register in advance, as the space is limited and they do fill up, and we don't want your kids to miss out on those opportunities. I firmly believe communication between NCCS parents and the school is very important. Clearly, student achievement is not just about what happens in the classroom, but it requires a strong partnership between the home and the school. So we have several ways that we're going to communicate with you. The first is class websites for K-5 to 4th grade. This communicates what's coming. It allows you to pull up your Bible verse, your spelling words, class reminders, and test schedules on your device anywhere, anytime. You can sign up for notifications so you know when it has been updated each Friday, but remember to unsubscribe to the year before so you're not getting double notifications. K-3, K-4, and junior kindergarten will send home weekly newsletters. Friday folders will give you a peek into the work your child has accomplished each week. And then be sure to enroll in your favorite piece of technology, Seesaw. We'll continue to use Seesaw for K-3 to 4th grade. It's a kid-friendly communication tool between students, teachers, and parents. It's a student-driven portfolio, allowing us to document and share what your children are learning at school. Seesaw is safe and secure and keeps you engaged and connected with your child's learning. It gives you a glimpse into their day. Teachers can control who can see what and what feedback options are available. It provides a great partnership with students, teachers, and families. I encourage you to get involved in your child's learning experience. You can do this by making sure your child attends school daily and arrives on time, that they're prepared for school, and that they complete homework assignments. And most important, that they get the support that they need from home. Your child's teacher is your first school contact for questions, concerns, or information about academic activities or progress. We want to make sure that communication is open and fluent throughout the year. I am always available to help in any way possible. We want to make sure that we're listening to our students and our parents. Lower school will continue to have a parent advisory council to provide honest and real feedback to me throughout the year. This has been extremely helpful as I listen and carefully continue to reflect on the feedback that they give. My goal is to have the best lower school in Georgia. Many traditions and activities make lower school special and our school year memorable. We want to continue to show God's love through our hands, our feet, and our hearts, so service is a key part of lower school. Some of the events that we're going to participate in this year include partnering with our upper school spring term, wrapping silverware with individual notes from Must Ministries. For those of you who've been saving furry friends, we're going to switch it up on you. and we're going to be collecting books and making blankets as our donation this year. We love doing Serve It Up, where we reach out and serve those, or Serve It Up where we serve you as parents. Our students are the servers and you come and enjoy dinner. And then through lots of different acts of kindness, and of course our absolute favorite, the Gratitude Banquet, where we bring in policemen, firemen, different people who have been important to our school and our community, and we honor them. We love to fellowship, connect, and build relationships. We started this school year with popsicles in the park. It was a special time of catching up and making new friends. We have lots of other grade level and family activities throughout the year. S'mores the merrier, Thanksgiving feast, preschool bicycle rodeo, our lower school play. Those are just a few of the memory-making events. We're a family and we want to develop that community. So I hope as these dates come out that you'll mark your calendars and join us. Our lower school teachers are amazing. The halls are buzzing and they are dedicated getting ready for their new classes of students. We want to continue to provide a loving environment for our students with a world-class education and a biblical worldview. These teachers love their job and they love your children. Please know that your children have been prayed over as they start the new school year. Our lower school team is united and we have a really strong faculty. This year, we have 2 new teachers replacing 2 of our teachers who moved out of state. We're excited to welcome Lauren Daniel as our lower school music teacher. Ms. Daniel spent the last 4 years teaching music at Hayes Elementary School. She will be getting married over fall break, so her name will be changing, but we're excited to have her as a part of our specials team. Alicia Holbrook is not new to NCCS. She has served as a kindergarten and preschool parapro for the last 3 years, but we're looking forward to having Mrs. Holbrook teaching her own kindergarten class this year. She has a big heart for kindergarten and is passionate about this new opportunity. We're excited to welcome 2 familiar faces as parapros into lower school. Tiffany Stevens and Kimberly Culp are both current NCCS parents. They both have degrees in education and have spent some time subbing in our NCCS lower school. Mrs. Stevens and Mrs. Culp both also have a love for kids and a passion for teaching. So we are excited to have them joining our team. We also want to welcome Cheryl Van Horn as our lower school permanent sub. Mrs. Van Horn is an experienced teacher. She was described as compassionate, loyal, and enthusiastic. And I'm confident that she'll do a great job supporting our lower school teachers and students. And Mrs. Abby Steele will continue to serve as my lower school admin assistant. Mrs. Steele joined us in March of 2019 and is available to help and answer any questions you may have. She is the true heart of lower school there in the office. In lower school, we live life as a family. The rest of our teachers, parapros, and support team will be returning, providing us with a lot of consistency, unity, and excellence. I'm starting my 15th year here at North Cobb Christian School and my 4th year as lower school principal, and I'm confident to say that lower school is better than ever. Communication is important to us, and we believe in constant, ongoing feedback, and that's what we want to partner with you. Now, to answer some of those basic questions that some of you might have since school's starting, for some of you on Friday and some of you on Monday, what are those school hours? Supervised early care begins at 7 a.m. There's no fee for morning care. Please do not drop your kids off before 7 because there's no one here to watch them. But we'll start off in the lower school cafeteria. Breakfast is available until 7:50 for lower school students. Flip side, our after-school care program begins at 2:40 and lasts until 6:30 p.m. with sidekicks being available from 3:15 to 4:15. Our school day for K3 to K4 begins at 8:15 and ends at 2:40. Our half-day kids will come to school 8:15 to 11:45. And then K5, actually it should be junior kindergarten through 4th grade, their school hours are 8 o'clock to 2:40. On Take One Wednesdays, that is a time when we intentionally provide professional development for our teachers. Begins at 9 o'clock for everyone. So we want you to take that extra time and enjoy it as family time. Maybe you can go out to breakfast or use it as a family devotion time. Or maybe you can just take advantage and sleep in. For Take One, or any of our child care, we would ask that you not send electronic devices. We would prefer they not be in Take One or on the buses, Flipside or Sidekicks. It's just not something they need at this point. Now what about Carline? I'm going to ask you to please be patient with the first week. I promise it's going to get better. We will continue to use our Carline app that allows teachers to see the Carline numbers rather than just listening to a number being called. So if you see your teachers in Carline on their phones, I promise you they're not texting. They're using our awesome new program that allows us to identify the car and click on it, change it from red to green, identifying that the student has been loaded in the car. Supervised morning Carline begins at 7:30. There's 2 lanes, an upper and a lower, but just like we're lower school, we only want lower school students to be dropped off in the lower school Carline. It's the way that we can ensure that they're safe. You'll receive a Carline number at Meet the Teacher. Please help your child learn their number. That will really help us a lot. We will also be putting numbers on their backpacks on the first day of school. Any children who are not picked up by 3 o'clock will be taken to Flipside, and Flipside fees begin at 3:15. So if you're running a little bit late and arrive at 3:05, we ask that you park and come on into the school and we'll be able to connect you to your child. Something new this year, we will not be doing any finger scanning. We've been using finger scanning for lunch accounts as well as for checking into Flipside. But one of the things we've noticed is, especially with our little ones, they grow, which changes their fingerprints, and then they're not as accurate. So we'll be assigning a barcode that will be located on their Carline number. And so for after school care for lunch, we're just going to scan them in because we know who they are. But for after school care, they'll be using their barcode that will be located on their Carline number, which will be located on their backpacks. 4th grade will serve as our safety patrols during morning Carline. So if you have little ones, feel free to drop them off and we will send our 4th graders to walk them. Now I know often our little ones say that they know where they're going and they don't need any help. Usually I tell the 4th graders, follow them anyways. They want to feel like they're big, but we want to make sure that they know exactly where they're going. You're also, of course, welcome to walk your kids into school as well. Please place your Carline card where it's visible in the windshield for afternoon Carline. If you walk down, we ask that you bring it with you. And this is very important for safety and security. We know that many of you, we're very familiar with you. However, when we have subs or things are moving around, it's just one way we can ensure that your child is safe. You can hang your Carline number with a pant hanger on the rear view mirror. For some of you who have bigger cars, when you slide that Carline number, it actually gets very hard to see over the hood of the car. So if you can hang it on the rear view mirror, it makes it a lot easier for us. You'll be given 2 Carline numbers. If you need more, we'll be happy to print you more. We'll be sending out a Google form where you can request additional copies in case you need to share them with grandparents or if you carpool, that sort of thing. Please do not park in student parking spots, especially in the morning. Our poor upper school students are often racing in to get into class if they're not late, and if we are parked in their parking spaces, then they don't know where to go or what to do. So you'll be able to find those parking spaces. They say student on them, well, actually, there's certain numbers, but student parking is the first 2 rows facing the baseball field and the row that is facing the field house. If you come in the afternoon and those spots are open, feel free to park in them. It means that they've already left school. This year, we learned that the fax app was not syncing with the web-based fax program. So the restrictions that we had put keeping the viewing rights closed was not in place. And so many of you may have seen class lists even up to 2 weeks ago. You saw them as they were in progress, possibly as a draft. When you go into facts, the name that you see in there, that is the final class list. So if you go into your facts account, you can find out who your child's teacher is. However, in addition, today, some of you may have received an email notification through Seesaw. We were doing Seesaw training for our teachers, and as we were preparing, teaching them how to print the barcodes that you will receive at Meet the Teacher, we learned they added a new feature that connects your email to that. So the minute we connected the teachers to the class, you all received an email notification of who your teacher was. So if you did not, then it's coming, or you can go into facts. There were a few teachers had not hit print yet, and so they held off, but lots of fun things with class lists. Please remember, though, that a lot of prayer went into creating each class, and I'm confident that God has your child with the best teacher and classmates for this school year. We do have a few important dates to remember. This Thursday, August 1st, is Meet the Teacher. K-3 to 1st grade, we'd love for you to go check out your classrooms, meet your teacher, bring your school supplies from 8:30 to 9:30. 2nd through 4th grade is 9:30 to 10:30. Then if you have middle school and upper school students, it will continue on throughout the morning. Our first day of school for K-3 through 2nd grade is Friday, August 2nd. The advantage of this, we're able to start school without all the big kids around. It gives our little ones the comfort of walking around and learning what the layout of the school is. So we'll have school for K-3 through 2nd on Friday, August 2nd. On Monday, August 5th is the first day of school for 3rd and 4th, as well as all the way through 12th. Tuesday, August 6th is the first day of school for our K-3 3-day kids. So we actually have 3 first days of school in lower school. As well as, that is a very special day, one that you don't want to miss. That is our circle of prayer. This is a precious time where we pray for our upcoming school year together as one big family. It's a great time of worship as we just surround our school and pray for this upcoming year. You don't want to miss it. Tuesday, August 13th is a back to school night. We have 2 sessions, 6 o'clock and 7:15. The same information will be shared in each one of those sessions. This allows you to attend, if you have 2 students, to attend 2 different sessions, or maybe you just can't get here at 6 and the 7:15 works better for you. So both sessions will be identical. But this is a great time. You will have been in school for a week and a half, and you probably will have some specific questions to the grade level or to the class. You can get your question answered here. The teachers will share more specifics about their classroom dynamics and what's happening in each grade level. An email will go out tomorrow with several important links for you. It's going to include a recording of the parent orientation, some Google forms for lower school t-shirt sizes. Every student is given a lower school t-shirt that we use for field trips, special events. We're excited about those. And so we want you to go ahead and fill out that form. We will have a set of sizes in the lower school office on Meet the Teacher. If you want to come and make sure that shirt's going to fit your child, come on by the office. We'll also have a computer there where you can just enter it right at that moment. So we will be collecting t-shirt sizes. There's also a link in there for those of you who want to volunteer to be STEAM team parents. Or maybe you want to be a room mom, or maybe you're interested in volunteering in the reading room. So check out all the important links that will be in that email that comes out tomorrow. I do want to give a big shout out and thank you to our PTF. They're amazing. Our president, Stephanie Swanson, vice president, Carrie Morton, and many other great parents serve on the PTF leadership team. They want you to be involved, so we hope that you'll sign up and get plugged in. PTF is just a huge support of our school. That's our Parent-Teacher Fellowship. So stop by their table during Meet the Teacher. You can pick up a calendar. You can purchase some Spirit Wear clothes. You can buy a Chick-fil-A Biscuit Club card, or even join a committee. PTF meetings are held the first Friday of each month in the lower school cafeteria. And and so we would love to have you join us at our first meeting on August 9th. In lower school, we've accomplished much thanks to the devotion of our talented teachers and the enthusiasm and efforts of our students and the involvement and interest of our parents and community. I am excited to partner together to provide a community of love and learning in our lower school, because together we will cultivate hearts, challenge minds, and impact culture. So now I would like to welcome our lower school annual fund representatives, Jim and Shannon Van Kirk. However, Jim is representing the Van Kirk family since Shannon is attending the upper school orientation session.
Well, good evening, everybody. And I'd just like to say welcome back to all the returning families and welcome to all the new families. It really is a sincere prayer of everybody here at North Cobb Christian that you feel at home really quickly. So hopefully you'll just feel like you're naturally here and like the rest of us have been here for quite a while. And I know some of you are thinking, oh boy, he's back. He's going to talk about the annual fund again. But don't roll your eyes just yet. I am Jim Van Kirk, and yes, my wife is down at the FAB for the high school program. We have a 10th grade daughter. We have a 6th grade daughter in middle school, so we'll stick around for that one as well. And then we have a kindergartner. And if you're thinking, wow, this guy's a little old to have a kindergartner, you're right. But it works out pretty well for us on Grandparents' Day when I'm here to cover for my parents and my in-laws. We also have a son who is not here. He's got some pretty extensive special needs, so we decided that he was in public school. But he was also here for 4 years and really benefited from the Moving Forward program, which I can't say enough about. But I'm not here to talk about that. I'm here to talk about the Eagles Annual Fund. And the first thing I want to say is thank you to the majority of the people in the room, because I know that you know what it is, and I know that you have participated. We have extremely high parent participation in our annual fund. I think it's over 80%. Which is awesome, but I think it'd be even more awesome if we could get to 100%, and we're not going to stop until we get there, so we're going to keep trying. But what is the Eagles Annual Fund? And I was thinking, well, I've talked about this before. What can I say about it that I might not have ever said before? And I really started reflecting on what it is, and I kind of had my own epiphany or revelation. It's like, it's the cost, to run the school that our tuition doesn't cover. And let that sink in for a minute. Our tuition does not cover the cost to run the school and provide all that it provides. So the old adage of you get what you pay for, we actually get more than that here. And it's really because of all the gifts of those who have come before us. And I'm not here because I've written the biggest check. That's certainly not the case. There have certainly been a lot of other people who have sacrificed, and we all sacrifice for our kids to be here. But I think that's the point of it, is that it really does take a group effort to provide everything that the school provides for our children. And I don't know if you saw in your mail yesterday, but this note from Mr. Klingman came, and I think it was a great highlight of some of the things that were covered by last year's annual fund. And if you didn't get a chance to see it yet, things that were covered last year included expanded perimeter gating, school-wide card readers, parking lot resurfacing, baseball turf, fine arts equipment, tennis complex, concessions building, and financial aid. And the list is even longer than that, but that's just some of the things that those annual fund contributions went to cover. And that's one thing I love about it. It's not a pet project. It's not just something that somebody really wants to get funded, so let's slide it into the annual fund. Really the whole community, and not just the students, but parents and everybody else, benefits from the investments that are made through the donations of the annual fund. And I know, having been here for now our 6th year, that the faculty, staff, the administration, are good stewards of everything that we contribute to that annual fund. And speaking of that, I said we had great parent participation. There's amazing participation from alumni. There's amazing participation from grandparents. But I think the highest and best participation really comes from our board and our faculty and staff. And they consistently, year in, year out, are in 100%. That means every one of them contributes something to that annual fund. And that's our goal, is to just have everybody participate and be all in 100%. It does not matter the amount that we give, it really just matters that we're in it. And one of the reasons that matters is because some philanthropic organizations who are willing to contribute to schools like ours, they look very carefully at the commitment of the parents and wonder what percentage of the parents feel so strongly in the school that they're willing to go above and beyond. And that 80% figure is outstanding, but it would be even more outstanding if we could say, we're all in, 100% across the board. So that's our real challenge, is to get there, and I would ask you to prayerfully consider that as we go into this year. We try to make it fun. I said, I'm not here because we pinned the biggest check, but I think the school knows that I'll make phone calls, I'll get out in the car line with cowbell, I'll do some crazy things, because we feel that strongly about the annual fund, and we try to make it fun. So if you don't want an awkward phone call from me, just use one of the other opportunities that we make to make it super easy. Pull into Caroline. We'll be ready to accept your donation. We have an all-in 10 days in the beginning of October. It's kind of like one of those great telethons where they condense it, try to get it in and out of the way so that we're not constantly harassing you all year. So use that opportunity at the beginning of October to come along with many, many, many of us who have made the Eagles Annual Fund a priority, because it is the single most important giving opportunity that we have at school. Okay?
So just thank you for being here tonight, for being a part of the 2019-2020 school year. And it's going to be a great year. It's our 37th year as a school, and we look forward to what God has in store. I thank Wendy for her leadership. This lady works tirelessly to really give the kids not just opportunities in the academic arena, but we like to call it the 4 buckets: academics, arts, athletics, and student life. Christ hung out with a bunch of men in the New Testament, and their curriculum was fishing and tent making. But while they were making tents and fishing, they got to chat, they got to do life together, and that's kind of our secret sauce, is that while we're studying math, and while we're running cross country, and while we're in the theater, that gives adults, called teachers and coaches and sponsors, a chance to hang out with kids. And that's what we do as teachers. We hang out with kids, and we mentor, we model, and we disciple for them what we believe in our hearts. It's making sure our walk and our talk are in sync. We don't do that perfectly, but even how we handle those moments is so important. And so one of our theme verses a couple years ago was, follow my example as I follow the example of Christ. And that's what we try to be about as a school. So thank you for being here tonight, for your partnership. I hope you'll, as Wendy said, I hope you'll find your niche, figure out a way you can get involved. We're a richer community when our parents and our grandparents find a role to play. Some of you have more time than others, some of you have more resources than others, but whatever your giftedness is, whatever your availability is, I hope you'll find an opportunity to do that somewhere here in our community. And so thank you, Jim, for you and Shannon for taking on the annual fund representation again. I would be remiss to say, last year we actually had 94% parent participation, so we've been moving that needle up every year, and it's really helped all the things that we do, again, to add on to our basic program. Circle of Prayer, a little teaser. We're in the middle of a capital campaign for a new upper school building, and we're making great progress there. We'll have a big announcement to make about that at the end of our time Tuesday at Circle of Prayer, so that's my teaser. If you can come back for that. I'm sure if you're not able to be there because of your work schedule or whatever, the word will trickle out quickly to you, either formally or informally. So I want to also make one other nuts and bolts announcement. How many of you are familiar with the flight plan? If you're returning, you know flight plan is our Thursday afternoon email. If all you have to do is subscribe by giving your email address if you're a new family, and you will get flight plan every Thursday afternoon. It'll let you know everything going on in our community. If it's the one thing you read per week, especially you dads, make sure you read the flight plan. In the first edition of flight plan, there's going to be some information about an organization called Right Now Media. Right Now Media. I would call it the Netflix of Bible studies. It's going to be free for you as a family, and just gives you an opportunity on your iPad, your laptop, your cell phone, your smartphone, anywhere you have an internet connection. There are some unbelievable Bible studies by Books of the Bible, John Piper, Francis Chan. There's all kinds of folks that can, whether you want to do that with your small group or with your family or by yourself, just a resource we're going to provide for you as a family. So appreciate you being here tonight. Would you mind if I close this out in prayer? All right, let's pray. God, thank you for this evening. Thank you for an opportunity to hear from Ms. Titus. all the good things going on at our elementary school here at North Cobb Christian. Thank you for each parent that's here this evening, for each child that's represented. Lord, our hearts' prayer is that you would allow us to play a role along with their moms and dads in helping them understand a little bit about this world, where they've come from, who they are, where they're going, what their purpose in life is. I pray you allow us to see some of that seed scattered and even harvested in the time that these boys and girls are with us at North Cobb Christian. Thank you for every parent, every grandparent, every teacher, just for all the folks that pour into this place, and thank you for the compelling mission that you've given us. We need your wisdom and provision and guidance and strength each day to accomplish it by the power of your Holy Spirit. And just go with us this evening, and thank you for all you do for us and provide for us. In Christ's name we pray. Amen. Have a great night.